Rock picker. Yeah, so I got to run a rock picker. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, over the weekend I went, well, we had a wedding, and then on Sunday my wife and I went to pick up the check for the wedding, and the guy lives up in Sandusky, so we went past what used to be a New Holland dealership. It was New Holland, like in a heavy way, like I'm talking like 3 or 4 of the 10 series harvesters, all kinds of, class 7, 8, and 9, tractors or tier 7, 8, 9. So like, the T9, the T8, the T7, big. They're all gone. And hang on a second. One second. All right, we've arrived, and I need to get. Let's see. We need a rock puller. 41, 25, 400, 200, 120. What's the lease price? 1,200. 2,600. I'm gonna do it. This thing is so much faster than the side puller, and a bit easier to operate too. So we're just gonna grab this. So anyway, I was talking about the dealership, and I went past the dealership, and lo and behold, they are no longer carrying New Holland, which shocked me. They had none on the lot. Instead, they had a lot full of Kubota equipment, and it included a bunch of smaller tractors. I did see some of like the Orchard series, like 50 series tractors. I'm not sure if it's 5 or 50. They did not have an M6, which is what we're running now. But they did have it. I couldn't tell from the car. I was trying to read the badge, but it was a bright sunny day, and the silver did not show up. Like it was too reflective, and I couldn't tell what it said. It was either a 7 or an 8. I would assume it was an 8 because it was a pretty big tractor. But they did have one of the larger tractors on the lot, so I thought that was pretty cool. So they're out there. I mean, kind of taking over. The local dealership that we have near Medina has Kubota also, and then Yanmar and is it Coyote or Coyote? I think it's pronounced Coyote. It's spelled Kioti, but I think the play on words is Coyote, like the way they want you to pronounce it. Anyway, I thought it was pretty neat to see one of these tractors. And kind of frightening a little bit to see a dealership that was so large, like really a big dealership, not have any harvesters. And I know we've been talking, not on our channel, but like in general, there's been a lot of talks about food shortages and crop issues. Now there's a threat of, in the next week or two, the train in America, and for those of you that are European, you probably don't know this, but our train unions are threatening to not sign the latest agreements and have new demands for their railroad workers in the union, which means that they may go on strike right in the middle of harvest season, which means that it's going to be even harder to get grain. Obviously corn, that kind of stuff is getting harvested over the next couple months. So there's some trouble ahead if they don't figure that stuff out. But I know farmers are having issues because, I guess they're saying the cost of fertilizer has multiplied by 4. The cost of seeds has doubled. And what's happening is that the farmers just can't afford the fertilizer anymore. They're not making a profit because the fertilizer costs more than they get from selling their crops using the fertilizer. So a lot of farmers are just growing crops and not using fertilizer, which means that they're getting lower yields than they used to get. So it's a big problem. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but all the way around, I think people just can't afford $1 million harvesters. You know, harvesters used to be, even 15 years ago when I first started playing this game, a big harvester was about $500,000 to $700,000. Now they're at least 700, going up into the $1 million range, and they're getting more and more and more expensive, and it's pricing farmers out. What's happening, I think, is the companies are buying up harvesters and doing the harvesting for the farmers as a service, but that means the farmers make less money because they have to pay now to lease a harvester and a driver to do the harvest for them. So, but that's how a lot of farms are doing it now. Now, really big farms still obviously have their own equipment, but it seems like more and more it's becoming modular. So, anyway, somebody said, and I think this is an interesting idea, and maybe we'll do this next year. They actually knocked out this middle section here of the U. They took all the and I'm not sure how they did this, but they took that fencing out. Maybe I have to go into the tools or something and delete it. But they were able to get all that fencing out. And they knocked the trees and the brush down and plowed it all over, and then planted it with grass and turned this into all that section into a grass field too, which just gave them a much larger field. So that might be something we can do over the winter. I'll look into that. Sorry, my wife's carrying the baby, and my baby has a pretty funny face on right now. So that may be something that we'll be doing in the near future. And in fact, if we're going to we'll look into it in this episode, because if I've got this rock puller rented, and I've got the seed roller rented, and I own a Cultiplow, I mean, maybe it's time to, like now would probably be a good time to do that before we get into winter. We're not going to get any grass this year, so. But if we have all this stuff, we might as well do it while we can. It's going to be kind of a pain to get those trees out, but I have several trailers, so I can load the trailers up, and we'll get, wood chips out of them. And so that will be kind of fun. Yeah, so anyway, that is, I think that was fun the last couple of days, seeing those dealerships and seeing what they're carrying, and everybody's got Kubota. And once again, Yanmar. And I guess Yanmar makes a lot of stuff for a lot of different tractor companies. And like the reviews that I saw for Yanmar, people said they're great. Like, people really like the Yanmar stuff. Supposedly it's really reliable, really well made. And I'd never heard of it before. But I had forgotten, too. There's so many tractor brands now that are, like, not American made, sadly. But you've got, Coyote or however you pronounce it. I think it's Coyote. Obviously, Kubota, Mahindra. You got Yanmar. I've seen another farm. There's a farm. One of my clients is in a little town called Sterling, Ohio, which is south of Seville, which is another small town. It's a small town south of the small town, and it's not far, maybe like half an hour from here. And down the road I go to get to my client's house, they have a big Fendt. I want to say it's either a 700 or a 900, and then they have a Claas Ford Jaguar forage harvester, and a couple of those wagons, the big chaff wagons, like the ones that we have in the game with the metal corrugated sides, and they are chaffing their corn right now. And so I've been watching them the last couple times I've gone out to the client's house. They're usually out in the field working. I did get a little snippet on my phone, but it was pretty rough. You can really tell what you're looking at. Next time I just need to pull over and grab some footage of it, because it's really cool to see them working. But, yeah, once again, your other brands in America. I'm trying to think. There's other like Russian and Czechoslovakian brands. There was I can't remember the name of it. There's a blue, almost New Holland bluish tractor, but it's not made by New Holland. I can't remember the name of that company. And then there's also some red tractors, like not Zetter, but it's like Yar or something like that. It's a 3-letter word. I'll have to look again. But they're just, I'm starting to see these like off-brand tractors pop up, and they seem to be doing really well, so people like them. I'm really glad I rented this. This thing is so much easier to operate than the other one. It is double the price, but we're talking, since it's a rental, it's still affordable. So we may have to do some lumber. Not my favorite thing. I'm really not huge into the forestry aspect, though. We're coming up here pretty quick on the Platinum DLC. I'd say another, 2 months? From the looks of it, it's all forestry, so. But we're going to play it. We're going to start a map on there. I haven't really started anything new lately. I'm sorry, guys. A lot going on in life, and I don't want to have too many series. My problem is I always see a new map, and I'm like, ooh, that'd make a good series, and then I throw it out there, and, just like, right now we have this map. We've got our Swiss map, and then I've got my Elk Mountain map, and that's all I can really handle. Adding that other map in is going to make some trouble, but I want to cover it because it is cool, and I think it'll be fun to maybe do some forestry. Maybe. Might be short-lived. Though it did have the sailboat industry, and I think that's what is coming. They still haven't really made it clear what that is, but I'm assuming that you build sailboats. You can buy a factory that builds them, because like I said, they show video of the sailboat being built and then being sailed out. To get some Christopher Cross music to play while we go sailing, take me away. I'm starting to hear that song more and more. A lot of the DJs are playing that song during dinner at weddings. They did this last weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Christopher Cross. And it's funny. It's so appropriate because my son Mark has joined what they call the regatta in Cleveland, and it's a group of about 100 to 120 sailboats that go racing I think they go Sundays and Wednesdays. And the regatta is really cool because when you look out on the lake, you see all these sailboats, and they're cruising along the shoreline racing. It's pretty neat. All right, so let's take a look real quick here at what we got going on. Can I sell that fence? It's going to be under this. Construction. Demolish. I can. I'm not really making any money from it, though, which sucks because I'm going to have to replace some of it. But that's great. Wow, so we can do this. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. It's being really weird. Oh, it's got to go. Okay. The circle has to. No. It's just kind of luck of the draw, I guess. All right, I'm going to get this taken care of because obviously I'm like concentrating on clicking and not talking. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to run out of money. I've removed the fence, and now I'm going to have to rent. I'm going to have to buy a chainsaw. I'm trying to think if those trees look like they're going to be a nightmare to chop up. No matter what, I'm going to have to chop them up. I think, should we just wood chip them? I think I'm just going to get a chipper. Like rent, not buy, obviously. Let's go see what they got at the shop. Well, when I got back, the dealer informed me that I needed to do my maintenance on my tractor. It was $1,500. Ouch. All right, so let's take a look at. I mean, I've never in this version of the game even looked at this stuff. So forestry equipment. What's this do? Forestry mulchers can be used to remove tree stumps and bushes. That's what we're going to need. This machinery grinds down tree stumps. What does it require? 150, 90. Okay. There's only one shredder, huh? It's the Heisemat. Okay. Wow, that is going to be a lot of money to lease. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I think we're definitely going to have to lease one of these. And I need a chainsaw. I think I'm just going to cut them up and sell the pieces then, because that's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm not spending $100,000 on a wood chipper. I'm not going to buy it, but I mean it's going to be that's going to be $10,000 to $15,000 to rent. So nope, we'll just cut them down by hand. I'm going to have to hand chuck them into the back of the trailers, and then we'll take them to the lumber mill and sell the bits. This shouldn't take too long, and then we'll come back and rent once I'm ready, I'll rent the chipper. I mean the shredder, whatever you call it, the mulcher, to get those trees down to the ground. Because I'm not spending that much. I'm too cheap. But whoever it was, I forget who it was, and I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. Shout out to Blankety Blank for pointing out that we could take that middle section and make a much larger field. Because it really is almost like a third of the field larger, and that's a big deal. You know what? We're going to pull these out here. I pulled in and stopped, but I really want to bring these out with me. Look at those. Now I think when I plow, those bushes will come out. It's like a brush hog. Okay. So tree downage time. Here we go. Some of this stuff will just disappear. Like that. It just disappears. Because it's such a small tree, it's not going to stay. Well, that was impressive. That sound. That was more tree soundy than I thought it would be. It was like... I think half the tree's gone. There's still like pieces left. Can I pick this up or no? It's still there. Okay. My controller's bushings are going bad. So I'm getting to the point now when I play the game, the guy just starts walking forward. Might be easier. Let's see here. Grab this out. Is there something there I can pick up? Yeah. not going the way I wanted it to. I was hoping that these branches would get cleared off, but they're not. You know, when you walk up and down the big branches, it clears off all the extra. Unfortunately, I think these are just going to disappear on me. Oh, there we go. Okay, that worked. I'm thinking what I'm... Oh. All right. Let's grab the... We'll kind of cut as we go. I'm going to try to rip out some of this brush so we can see a little bit easier, because right now it's kind of hard to see what we're doing. The real question is, what did I do? Ah, there it is. It's answered. The real question is, never mind. There's no real question. The fake question is, boink. Whoa. Oh, shoot. Well, that ain't going to work. So we're going to have to grab a plow. Another thing I'm going to have to rent, which sucks. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm going into the red, dear, as usual. I'm running my farm into the ground financially. Trying to make probably like $10,000 worth of field space. I'm spending $20,000 in equipment rentals. Let's see what we got. I'll be back. So I did a thing. I've rented a plow that might possibly be like 20 horsepower too big for this tractor. But once again, we're using it to create fields and not really do like lots of plowing, so it should be okay. We'll see. Come to find out something, Kverneland actually really does make equipment for Kubota. This Kubota pack that they released, that they're like, oh, it's just, people were like, it's just rebranded Kverneland equipment. Well, that's what they do in real life. I looked up the Kubota balers. They actually do have a Kubota fast bale. And it's basically just the Kverneland Vicon fast bale, but with Kubota colors on it and a different logo for the fast bale. But yeah, and they make the plows and the chisels and everything. So kind of cool, actually. It's funny, the color doesn't seem to match up. It's a little bit, parts are and parts aren't. All right, so you'll see what I mean when I raise this thing. So we're going to allow create field. Yep, it's all right. So we're going to. And since I'm just creating a field, I'm not too worried about it being like. The only place I'm worried about it being really clean is at the top end. What could I do to fix that? I think I got an idea. Like, my tractor's capable of pulling this. It's just not with the. I wish you could. There are mod subsoilers where you can create fields. I wish I had one of those, but I don't. I went through my options and this was it. So, I figured might as well get the Kubota equipment. Make it right. Some Kubota. Put that down, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the shovel on the front end and fill it with some weight. And that should balance out the tractor so that we're not having our butt up in the air while we're trying to do this. Our nose up in the air. Butts up. I don't even know why I have this weight, aside from maybe lifting heavy. I guess maybe for heavy stuff that I'm lifting, bales, but I'm not doing any bales. I'm not sure why I bought that. All right, let's see. I knew I had something in here. That's pretty light, 850 and 850. That should be enough. That's why I had those. People are saying obviously there's a Kubota, there's a bag lift tool that you can get. Can I get that? Oops. So the trick's going to be getting out there, getting the plow on, so I can raise that. Do you think farmers do this stuff in real life? Probably not. Maybe. I mean, I see them put concrete blocks and stuff on their stuff to weigh it down, so maybe this isn't so unreal, or maybe this isn't so unrealistic after all, is what I was trying to get out there. It's realistic. Ah, balance. I'll win somehow or other. I swear it. Look out, Mr. Dior. Turned the limit fields off by mistake, or on, or whatever it is. Whatever setting makes it not work. And like I predicted, the bushes are going away as I'm doing this, so that's what we wanted. So what I can do is, since this is obviously now it's what I've gone the other way a little too much. So what we need to do is raise this, and we're going to take one of these bags off, or both, and we're going to put this together just like that. And I'll use one bag. There we go. That should even it out. And now we should, a little better traction, though it's being pretty fussy. What was that? Well, this tractor is a hair small for this plow. Talking about me, baby? Is she being fussy? That means yes in English. The Queen's English, that is. Oh, I mean the King's English. You don't like that, do you? It's not right, yeah. I think there's people for the last 70 years will probably feel that way. Oh, it's changed. He's king already, hon. You said no, he's not. He is. He's officially king. He's king. Well, if you want to get technical, he's not king till his coronation. And that's because of the funeral. But I thought they said that he was already king. He is, but he's not. Okay. Is that an English thing? So he's not the king of your heart, is what you're saying. Poor Charles. He seems like an okay fellow. Oh, please tell me that's not a giant hill in the middle of all this. Oh, it is. There's a big mound back here. Oh, no. All of this for maybe nothing. Though, honestly, we can mow that. That's not a big deal to mow up and over a hill. Do another pass here. Hello. Bark, bark. Unfortunately, I don't have enough money to rent a larger tractor. This is it. We're doing. This is what we're doing. Oh man, I'm stuck on something. I think I'm going to have to rent a bigger tractor. This is not working out. Ugh. Ugh. Me. Heap. Big. Never mind. I'm not being woke, I guess. All right, so we're going to put these away because that sucks. Okay, so we're gonna need a bigger boat. So the 160 horsepower plow. I'm gonna see if they have an old tractor for rent so we can save a little bit of money. And we might have to take some loan out. Ugh. I hate it. I don't think. Do we have a loan at this point? If we do, it's small. And we are going to need this lime because these fields need it, so. Well, me and my cockamamie ideas. It was all looking good until I rented too big of a plow. But honestly, they didn't really have, aside from the chisels, which wouldn't realistically tear up the ground, they didn't have much to pick from. So, aside, maybe a brush hog, but, yeah, whatever. Okay, so this tractor. Put this stuff away. I'm going to call the shop here once we're done putting this weight away and say, hey, look, I've purchased, under delivered. All right, we'll just check their website. So let's hop in the house here and see what they have to offer. All right. Okay, so we have tractors for rent. Probably need a medium-sized tractor. I'm looking in the cheapo range. They've got a cab two-wheel drive. That's 125. That's not going to be enough. This guy, just enough. There's a 40 series. That is 146. Nope. 146. Nope. 175. 179. These are not available. They do have an XT3, which is a Russian tractor. That would have enough for us, but I'd be surprised if they have that available. Such a unique tractor. And we have this available. This case might be in our price range. I'll call and see if it's available, so I'll be right back. I'm going to call them. All right, so I got off the phone with them. They do have one in stock. We're going to run over and grab it. It's cost $4,000 to rent. I'm probably going to take more loan out to make it through the winter. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to definitely use it today and use the crap out of it. $4,000. I'm going to use it for all the field services. Because we still have to rock pick that other field, so I'm going to use it for that too. If I'm using it, I might as well save the wear and tear on my tractor and use it on their tractor. But I'm glad they had it available. And I was right. The XT3 they did not have. They said that they have one that's available for rent. It goes between the different dealerships that they own, but it's like all over Europe, so it's not. There's only one of those. They said they have a couple of these actually, so I asked them to set it up for plowing, and they did. They put a nice big weight on the front, 600 kilograms, and they also put tires on it. So let's go take this back to the shop. And oh yeah, this is much larger than my tractor. Pretty cool tractor, actually. Excuse me. Sits a lot higher than my tractor. Wow. But I like it. Big bad tractor coming to my farm tonight. Sorry. Joe Satriani. The one song he sings on and proves that he shouldn't. Actually, I like that song. It's called Big Bad Moon. He made a video. You know, Joe Satriani doesn't often make music videos, but back in the 80s, Big Bad Moon was actually a video, one of his few videos that he made for MTV. And he also shows off his harmonica skills. Not only is he an excellent guitar player, he also blows a mean harmonica. So, who knew? Oh, Lord. We made it. All right, let's see how this does. A tractor that was meant to carry this kind of weight. Yeah, look, it doesn't. Still got a little wheel slippage, but come on. Don't shift. Keeps trying to shift. That's not me doing that, by the way. Oh, was the allow crate fields off? Dang it. I got to go back and do that again. Turn those flashers off. All right. Hello, Hermione. My dog is here. She wants me to pet her. She's licking my hand. So I'm trying to drive a tractor, plow, and pet my dog at the same time. Stop shifting. It's funny, he worked his way through the gears, though, even so. Can I kill that tree? No. All right, let's go cut some trees down while we got. So this works. That's good news. We're going to clear all this out. I wish there wasn't a hill here. I wish I would have known that. Honestly, I don't think I would have done this if I would have known that, but too late now. Whoa, does this not, how do you, can I just plow over that? Well, we'll find out. We'll come back and look at it. It's not cutting down like a tree, so. That I don't think I have to worry about. This one, maybe. Let's see, how far does that come out into our, I kind of want this to be the line. If I walk in a straight line, does this bring me to the other side? All these are going to have to come out. Where's the other field? Okay, oh, there it is. Wow, it's quite a distance, actually. Man, it's a mess back there. Okay, well, this has got to go. Stop. I'm just going to cut down the things that I think need to go to make clear the way to the field, and then we'll come back and clear it up. I like the way it sounds like 18 chainsaws are running all at once. That's pretty realistic. That's going to have to come down. Cut that off there and see if that just disappears. Yep. Cut this here. All right. Stop. Another tree down. This is the fun part. Forestry. Pavilion. Welcome to Forestry 101. Well, I thought that would disappear, but I was wrong. Well, that's got to go. Is this back over? Yeah, look at that. This is going this way. At least these clear up. I was afraid that this stuff wouldn't get cleared, but some of it is not. All right, so I am going to go ahead and get this all cleared out here. I don't think we need to have the rest of the. We're at a 40-minute episode here. I don't see needing to record every minute of this because this is just going to be a slog of cutting. Some of these just are not cuttable, which sucks because I don't know how I'm going to pull those down. That got rid of that. But, okay, I'm going to keep working on this, guys. I will see you when I'm done. Or in heck. One of the others. I'll see you in heck. Okay, have fun. I'll see you in a minute. Well, in the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. And I'm going to clear this forest. Bye.